Oh, and we are on. Hi, everybody. We are on live with all of my friends here, all our gal pals, to celebrate Galentine's Day. We wanted to do a quick toast. So I want to introduce everybody around. I am making myself a little cocktail with some champagne, a little of the Slow Island, my new favorite thing, this vanilla syrup. Oh,
nice.
And I threw a little of the juice in from my cherries, and I'm just making myself a little champagne cocktail. So, Laura, Ann, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a sangria. I just decided that it's citrus season, and I got and I got my favorite cup, but a winter cup, let's just say.
Laura Ann from Laura Ann Jams. We've had her on before. She's been in my kitchen virtually before, and so we're glad to have her back. And we've got her strawberry Syrah right now in the shop, and a couple others. But strawberry Syrah is on sale for our Galentine's Day promotion,
which I used to make this sangria. I sent you the recipe, a little photo. You can post it on there. Super easy to make. Little bit of jam. I actually used some whiskey because you said the women from whiskey were going to be hanging out with us. So women who whiskey, you don't always have to use a brandy in your sangria. You just need a little booze. Leftover wine. I know that doesn't happen in your house very often, Lisa. But if you have leftover wine, just a little bit of jam. You could put some soda in there. Sangria is 24/7, 365 in my house. Night drinking, breakfast drinking. You can never go wrong with some sangria. And obviously, being a jam lady, I always have fruit laying around my house. So you have the fruit marinating in there, so you have a snack later. So it's kind of like a healthy lunch, really.
Totally, it's practically a fruit salad.
It is. It really is.
And what are you drinking?
Yeah, so we have been hiring bartenders from the Seattle area to craft our cocktails every week. So my friend Sean DeAnda was up this week for Valentine's Day, and he crafted us a cocktail called the Red Hot. And that is what I'm drinking. You can find the recipe on our Instagram right now. And it's kind of fun because sometimes they get adventurous. So this one has a Scotch rinse that's going on with it, and a little smoked gin and some of our cherry syrup, as well as our cherries in it.
Yum.
Yeah. So anyways, it's a good one.
That sounds delicious. Gita, what are you drinking?
So it is the middle of the day here on this beautiful island. So I'm featuring the hibiscus lime syrup. I don't know if you can see it.
That's gorgeous. And it's almost as gorgeous as that palm tree behind you. And I can almost hear the waves and feel the warm Hawaii breezes.
I'm going to enjoy this. This is hibiscus and sparkling fresh lime wheel.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. So it's fresh lime, hibiscus.
It's the so we use Roselle hibiscus, which is the edible hibiscus, and fresh limes from the island, and organic sugar to make a very tart pink syrup that flavor-wise adds that tartness that you need to any kind of cocktail. But of course, the hibiscus has that other element of fruitiness, so it's really lovely.
I didn't know that so there's some hibiscus that's edible and some that's not?
Yes, and the ones that you're familiar with the large flower, those aren't edible, and I wouldn't recommend them.
That's really good to know.
These are botanical specific. You may have heard of it called Jamaica in Mexican cuisine. They use it a lot for the aguas frescas, which are when you go to a good Mexican restaurant that has those big jugs of delicious juices happening. The pink one or the bright red one is usually the hibiscus. So we have that growing abundantly here. It does really well in this climate. So I use that.
Nice.
Isn't that type of hibiscus good for digestion? Isn't there?
It's amazing. Yeah. Vitamin C, digestion. I mean, I'm more touting the flavor profiles of things, but there are a lot of really awesome benefits to some of the ingredients that I get to use in my syrups. So I'm hopeful that people do a little research and can find out that they're going to be having a healthy cocktail.
Exactly.
Right?
Right
now, vitamin C, everybody needs more of it.
Everyone needs more.
Everyone needs more vitamin C. Yeah, and I've got your the Hawaii chili pineapple. Oh man, that makes me the best margarita I've ever had.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's one of my favorite things. Yes, with mezcal. Actually, I do mine with mezcal.
Ooh, yeah.
Me too. And it's so good. It is so good. I mean that was like for me the biggest. And then she's got a pog syrup and then the vanilla and the pog syrup is. I mean, you are instantly in Hawaii. It tastes like Hawaii. There's. And you can put it with anything. It really doesn't matter what you put it with. It's like a trip to Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so good. And the vanilla, I'm finding just very incredibly versatile because you could bake with it, cook with it, put it in. I mean, it's just vanilla sugar essentially. It's liquid vanilla sugar. It's just so fabulous.
But our vanilla is special because it's grown here on the island. Some friends of mine have a farm not far from my kitchen, and their vanilla is some of the best I've ever had. Just when you walk up to their farm, it's like walking into the nicest candy shop. It just smells awesome because they're curing all their vanilla over there. It's gorgeous.
It's fantastic. I mean, the taste is really amazing. This vanilla is so delicious, and you can see all the bits of vanilla in it. The little tiny. So you do. It's good. It's got the real stuff in it. I mean, it's so delicious, and so good. So Laura, you're now. Is blood orange season over?
No, we're right in the middle. It's happening.
It's happening.
I know you've been waiting. Everyone's been waiting.
We are waiting for blood orange. I got to say, we sold our last jar of blood orange a while ago, and now everybody's just like.
Bigger crazy. I know. Tis the season. All the citrus. So I'm doing the bourbon blood orange. I've been producing just like crazy because I have a lot of marmalades, and some of them, I have to wait to this time of year. Blood oranges, I usually have like a 2-week window. So I'm literally waiting to see, and our rains have been like on and off. So you wait for the right time. I mean, it's jam. So I wait, and then I do it all at once. I do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and I'm just going to stock up this year because I ran out so fast last year. Yay! Thank you, everybody. But I'm getting prepared this year, so I have enough to at least last me till Christmas, so people don't freak out on me. But yeah, I've had to have the discussion, like, unless you've got it in with the Lord and you can get me some blood oranges, like, instantly, you have to wait until February. So, but yeah, it's season. I'm also working on, I'm calling it Old Fashioned Tangerine. So it's a tangerine old fashioned jam. It's gonna have whiskey and bitters and tangerines. It's a new flavor this year, so that's exciting. It's all, as a maker, when you do something new, it's like it's like, yeah, it's the new baby. So everyone's like, which one's your favorite? And you're like, whatever the newest one is, because you work on it and you get so excited about it, and so that's happening. And but I'm still in the middle of getting the artwork together, and
I can't wait for that one. That sounds so delicious.
It's amazing.
Oh.
It's going in the jars this week, but I won't have it to sell until I get the packaging approved by the state. All of these very technical, very interesting things. If anyone ever wants to become a maker, you just reach out to Lisa's Maker Forum, right?
Yeah. It's not as easy, is it, ladies? It's just packaging something and selling it.
I have become an expert in font point sizes and nutritional information. It goes way beyond just cooking in the kitchen. You become like, yeah, I can answer so many questions about packaging since I've been doing this for like 10 years, and I've gone through like 3 different nutritional information changes during the course of my business. So,
Have any of you guys, sell outside of the United States, like in Canada?
Not yet.
I haven't. One of my wholesale people does some stuff, but I try to discourage it. It's so heavy to ship. You know, my jars are glass, what you know from Hawaii. I mean, it's
oh my gosh, yeah. No,
they go into another country. I don't know. If they have people that could buy $20 jams up there, but
It's so expensive.
it is, and there's a whole other label thing because then they've got other label stuff. So then we've got a whole other situation with the labeling. So yeah, it's complicated.
It is. But it's fun. It's worth it. It's exciting to have people from all over the country too. Like I branched out a lot since the COVID thing. I was pretty hyper local with mostly restaurants, and I had a few wholesale accounts, and I had my website, but it wasn't like it was this year. I really had to depend on it because I come from a restaurant. I was a restaurant manager in addition to my jam business. So me, like everybody else in the industry, lost my salary job and all my benefits when COVID hit. And now it's like just jams. And thank God I had the company.
They sound amazing, though. I can't wait to order some. Be trying everybody's products here. I'm excited.
Well, you hit me up, girl. Maybe we could do a trade. One other nice thing about being in the biz is we all tend to barter with each other. So
one of my favorite things about food shows is that the very end when everybody just like goes and like pounces on right? Isn't that fun?
So I had to order balsamic for the first time in 10 years.
I love it.
And it made me laugh so hard because I reached out to one of my favorite vendors from the shows that I always saw. And I'm like, Tom, my man, I need
right? That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah, it is. It has been. It's been crazy. You know, it's been a crazy year, and I am very thankful that people have supported all of the small batch food and their local makers so much. It's been a great thing, and it has. I mean, I know you're in food that service restaurants. You're a chef. They're in Hawaii, so I think your timing on Slow Island Company was a spot on.
Yeah, I've been very, very quiet on the catering side. Let's put it that way. So it gives you lots of time to create, and that's been really fun. And also, we have farmers now who, they don't have outlets for their products because our farmers markets have really slowed down, and restaurants, many of them are on hiatus or closed for good. And so, it's become this community effort to make sure that this produce and this hard work doesn't go to waste. And I'm really pleased to be in a position to do some of those things and create these products using beautiful citrus, beautiful things that are just in abundance here, falling on the ground now because we don't have an outlet. And so I get to do something with that. It makes me feel really good.
And I want to say too, so obviously, I know Orsala is still, I don't know what you guys have on the horizon. They've got their cherries. But I know Laura Ann and Edith both have products that we don't have at Foodocracy on their own site. So I encourage you to really check out their own websites and go there. Also, everybody's got recipes on their website. So I encourage you to go check out their websites. One of the things that I really love from Gita from Slow Island is they've got this elixir, this wellness elixir, which is the most delicious turmeric yumminess ever. And it just has such a short shelf life that it's tough for us to do because by the time she ships it to us and we ship it to you, like you're losing time. So that's a better product for you to order directly from Slow Island. But man, is it worth it. It's so good. Woo.
Yes, thanks.
Delicious wellness is delicious wellness. And what are you guys are working on over there besides just Harry?
Yeah, so we've been working on mainly right now, like a couple of different flavors. So those might be coming down the road in a little bit. So our maraschino cherry, which you just showed, is like nothing else that's on the market currently because we're the only ones who do it according to the original Italian recipe, which flavored the cherries with maraschino liqueur, which is a liqueur made from cherries. And no one else does that. And that was a way of like preserving cherries before refrigeration came into effect in Europe. So, the Italians would take these things and they'd put them in the maraschino liqueur and they'd have cherries for the winter. So anyways, ours are done that same way. We're working on a couple of different flavors currently and working on the operations so that when the cherry harvest in Washington State hits, we're ready.
I will tell you, what I love about your cherries is I really love that they're not syrupy. I love this light, right? I mean, they're just a beautiful. First of all, I don't know if I can see this. Let's see. They're beautiful. They're really pretty. They've got a short stem on them, which has to be a total pain in the ass for you guys, by the way. Like I can't even imagine. But I'm like, oh my, because they're all the same size. They're like a very perfect.
Oh my God, we built a custom critter to pit that thing. Can you believe it?
Oh my God! I mean, they're perfect. They're these perfect little cherries for one thing. For another thing, are they beans? What kind of
we follow the Washington State cherry harvest because so I'm from Eastern Washington where all the cherries are produced. And my brother's farm, which produced the original batch, is about 2.5 hours away from Seattle where I am right now. So to do things freshly, we follow the Washington State cherry harvest. So it starts out with shillangs, goes to bings, and ends with sweethearts. And that's what we do too.
Yum.
They are delicious. The cherry itself is a different flavor than what you normally get, even in like artisanal cherries. But I've never had a maraschino cherry that wasn't kind of syrupy.
Yeah.
And I love that they're really light and beautiful, and then it's delicious. I mean,
I just learned something. I guess I should have known this, but you just pronounced maraschino in the proper way, and I've only ever thought of it as maraschino because that's.
Well, you're totally right. Those like glowingly red maraschino cherries that are done with brine were invented at Oregon State in the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
And so they're uniquely American. But if you want to say the original Italian cherry, that's a maraschino.
Well, thank you for teaching me that. I can't wait to order those too. Ooh, I'm excited.
We're going to be so popular at the cocktail parties when they come back.
Great. I can't wait for cocktail parties.
Yay.
Right now.
Well, I want to thank all you ladies for inspiring women and girls and being such
thank you, Lisa.
boss babes. I just love it. And we wanted to celebrate a little Galentine's Day with you guys. So cheers. Cheers. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I encourage you to check everybody's website out and go on to Foodocracy. We're having a little flash sale this weekend just for Galentine's Day of all these gals products. So you can check them out this weekend and get a little flow on us. Save a little money and try them out. You're gonna fall in love, I guarantee it. And even if you're not doing it in cocktails, they make fabulous mocktails too. And Laura's jams just happen to also go well on toast and biscuits and things as well. Yeah. They're all fantastic. Thank you guys very much.
Nice to meet you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.